What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Now, you know, I've been trolling your boy Myron, and it's just so easy to get this money off this dude. But I just want to show y'all how silly a lot of people are who are in not only the manosphere, but who also want to be on the white right. All right? Now, before I do this, I want to bring up a good point that Abba and Preach made the other day. Actually, Abba made it.
And I also think I'll do a lengthier project on this, but the red pill in general is very, very keen on constantly catering to whiteness in general and degrading blackness. And you notice it's a trend that goes through all the red pill. Most of the creators I've seen spend a tremendous amount of time speaking poorly about black people and raising white people.
So you heard that. These people are typically very anti-black and will do anything to be closer to whites, okay? Now, this is a post that he put up on Twitter or X. This is Myron Gaines. Now, there's a video of this sister in the background. You'll be seeing it. She's gonna go in and, like I said, steal some money from this guy who's playing the accordion or keyboard. So, okay, that's not right, okay? But let's look at this comment he's gonna make. The average sister is 187 pounds, loud, obnoxious, wears fake hair, and verbally annotates the end of her sentences with actually saying period loudly. F this female that did this. And also, not only that, some lady came and pushed down this keyboard, which was wrong. All right. Now, that's the point that he's trying to make. And it's unfortunate that you have some women who do things like this. We get it. But I just want to also say this, Myron. When it comes to women who have come up against you, who have wanted to bring or expose you on YouTube, have there been black women since, I mean, obviously you don't like them, you don't really deal with them, they're not really your type. Okay, so how do you treat women that are your type? Well, let's talk about this woman that you invited to the podcast in 2021, and let's see what she says.
Basically, Myron reached out to me. He is half of Fresh and Fit. I think he's fresh, but I don't think he's fresh. I think his name is Fresh on the podcast. But he reached out to me and wanted to do a podcast, or wanted me to collaborate with him for his show. At the time, I don't know what his following is now, but he had like 10,000 followers on Instagram. I have had at that time around like 42,000, 40,000, something like that. And so I didn't respond to the DM, to be honest. Then one of my friends, who I'm gonna leave anonymous right now, just because I haven't discussed with him whether or not I can share his identity, told me, hey, one of my boys reached out to you, wants to film some content with you. He has a really popular channel, so you should do it. So I actually responded to the DM and I was like, hey, you know, what's up? He said, let's do a collab. I was like, okay, cool. I was actually planning a trip to Miami, so I told him, like, this is what I'm going to be in Miami. I wasn't going to pay to come out to be on his show, and I hadn't even looked into his show. I just kind of went off of the friend's recommendation. So Myron and I went back and forth. I'm just going to pull up the text so I don't say anything that's not true. He asked me when the soonest I was going to be out there is. I told him that I was planning on being there Friday. He said he wasn't going to be available then. And then he asked me a relationship question. For some reason, I did not see that that part of the message, or I was busy or whatever. So I said, do you want to make it happen, or should I plan for next week? And he said it'd have to be next week. So we're just discussing logistics. I answered his question, said, I'm not dating anyone right now. Dated someone a couple months last year, but before that I was single, and I love talking on that topic. He said, okay, cool, I'm up for that. I'm not gonna do anything platonic with you, just being honest. And I thought he was reaching out for a collaboration because we're both well known in the fitness industry. And you know, my Instagram following is larger than his, so at the time I still didn't know he had a 400, you know, him and his partner have a $400,000 subscriber YouTube page. But I have been approached about collaborations before, and so since I was going to be out there, I was down to do it. So when he said, I'm not trying to do anything platonic with you, it was completely left field for me, because I was only thinking we were going to do some kind of fitness related content collab. And he said, no problem, I collab directly with girls I date, no pressure though. And I was like, so if we aren't dating, you don't want to collab? Because he's never even asked me on a date at this point. So I was like, he said, no, don't mean to be an a-hole, but we have plenty of women in Miami. And I said, well, same. We have plenty of men here in California, so why would I fly to Miami to date someone who I know nothing about? And he said, simple. Attractive women are common. High value men are not.
Or what about the white woman who exposed Fresh, who also got pregnant by Fresh, and also the Asian lady? What did they say about him since he don't deal with black women?
Yeah, so I'm Noelle. I was on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I'm the girl from some of the messages that you've seen with Daisy. And I'm basically here to just tell my side of the story, what happened with me and Fresh, how I met Daisy, and like what kind of happened with all of that. And I just want to like put the truth out there about the kind of guy that Fresh is, because people need to know, you know, if there's people doing bad things out there, like they shouldn't get away with it, you know.
Right, and can you tell us your side of story and how you met Fresh?
Yeah, so basically I had gone on a different podcast, my videos were circulating, and then I've always followed the Fresh and Fit podcast, but one day I saw a reel that Fresh was on, I followed him. A couple hours later, he DM'd me and he's like, come to Miami. And I was like, I'm actually scheduled to be on the podcast in January. He was like, oh shit, he didn't even realize I was scheduled. So then we were DMing back and forth, and then he planned for me to come out sooner because it was my birthday in December. He was like, you know, I want to take you out, like, I want to get to know you, I want to give you a good time. So he like offered to pay for my flight. I told him, I was like, you know, it's okay, like I was already planning to come out there, but he insisted, so I let him pay for my flight and I came out to Miami. So yeah, he basically flew me out. As soon as I got there, like before I even came out, I told him I'm not on birth control. I don't want to have kids outside of marriage. I was like, you know, I just don't want to do that. So I thought we were on the same page with the whole protection thing, but as soon as I get there, you know, he just kind of went at it, and he did not even ask me. He didn't talk to me about it first, but finished in me. And it's like, I didn't tell him he could. And it was kind of a surprise to me. And as a woman, you can't control if a guy is gonna finish in you or not. Like, that's not up to us.
So you guys' problems that you have, since you love white women so much and Asian women so much and non-black women so much, why are the people that have brought you down, why were they for the most part non-black? All the issues that you have had with most women have been non-black. Even the ladies you kicked out the most out of your podcast, they have been non-black. Why is that? Because wherever you go, there you are. And this is something that guys just don't get. They try to make it's all one race. You know, it's the blacks that are doing this. Meanwhile, the people that you want to deal with, they're the ones that's bringing you down. They still calling you the N-word. All right? And the people that expose you the most are the white girls, are the Asian girls. To be fair, I don't see black women getting on Fresh and Fit exposing y'all inboxes, because to be fair, y'all not dealing with them. But guess who is mad? Y'all. And this is another thing I want to tell all the brothers, man. Wherever you go, there you are. A lot of brothers got to really start being serious, start being intentional about taking the levels of accountability that you need in your life to get to where you need to be. I don't care if you don't like black women at all, but y'all need to really stop with some of this stuff, acting as if y'all ain't the issue sometime. Same thing with black women talking about black men. Oh, we don't like them. We only want a white man. Then when we catch you, it's all over but the shout. Why is that? Can you please tell that? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.